Hello, everybody. Mr. Long back at you again. All right, welcome back to physical education via Zoom, remote learning, whatever you want to call it. We're using a screen. It's unique. It's different. We're thinking outside the box. All right. It's a lot of fun. And here we go. Here's a new unit that we're going to be working on this week. We're going to be working on some of our soccer skills. So using our foot to control a ball. Remember, you've got some options for a ball. Anything that you've got laying around in your house. You've got rolled up paper ball. If you've got a tennis ball, a squishy ball, if you've got a real soccer ball, that works. If you've got tin foil, wrap that up, make a ball out of foil. If you've got clean pair of socks, make a ball out of socks. Anything you got that's pretty round that you can make work for soccer this week, let's see it. All right, so again, this week we're working on some of our soccer skills. So I'm going to work through some of the skills that we're going to be working on our Zoom this week. So feel free, jump on here on Google Classroom. You guys can watch this video. These are the same skills that I'll be working on live during my Zoom sessions. All right, here we go. So go ahead and grab your ball. Let's get to it. All right, so again, choose your option. For some of you that don't have a ball, I'll start with a paper ball, so that way you can see I can still do some of these skills even with a paper ball. So I'll move my nicer balls out of the way. I got my paper ball. All right, first thing I want you to do, literally just drop it and try and get control of it. Now with a paper ball, obviously you don't have to do much, but I'm just gonna lightly kind of press down on it just to get control of my ball. Again, so I'm just literally dropping it, get control of the ball, all right? So in soccer, the ball's bouncing around. We wanna be able to kind of trap the ball or stop it so we can get control of the ball, all right? Second one, we are going to leave the ball on the ground this time, and I want you to do something called toe taps. So we're gonna leave the ball on the ground, and we're just gonna lightly tap on the top of the ball. So start slow, and then as you get more comfortable, you can pick up the pace. Again, it's just a light tap. I'll use a bigger ball so you can kind of see more what I'm doing. I started slow, and then I pick up the pace, go a little bit faster, okay? These are called toe taps. Again, I'm just barely pressing on the ball, all right? So I'm using the sole of my foot just to lightly tap it. All right, toe taps is what I call it, all right? It's kind of towards the front of our foot with our toe taps. All right, moving on into our next skill. What we're gonna do is we're gonna leave that ball on the ground, and we're gonna see if we can use the inside part of our foot, okay? Or sometimes called the instep, fancy word there for you, to pass the ball gently back and forth between our 2 feet. All right? See if you can just pass that ball using the inside part of your foot, lightly tap it back and forth. Again, for those of you that don't maybe have that kind of a ball, again, we could use our paper ball. Okay, tap it back and forth. It's a little tricky, especially if you accidentally step on it. All right, but make it work, all right? Think creatively. All right, next one, we're gonna try something that we did kind of last week with some of the classes. We started getting a little more advanced with our tossing and catching. One of the skills we went to is we took the ball, we held it, and then we dropped it, see if we could kind of kick it off our knee and catch. So drop, oh, wow. I dropped it, kick it off my knee, try and catch. And if you can't catch it, don't worry about it. Just try and pop it off your knee and let it go, okay? Again, for those of you that are in the house, make sure you have a soft ball that won't break anything, all right? Make sure it's okay with mom and dad, all right? Popping it off our knee one more time. See if you can catch it, all right? Pop it off our knee, all right? Again, if you can't catch it, don't worry about it. All right, moving on, we are going to, instead of popping it off our knee, we're gonna see if we can pop it off of our head. So I'm gonna tilt the camera up. I'm gonna switch to my tennis ball on this one, all right? little bit different. All right. So I'm going to kind of toss it. If you can't toss it, just see if you can drop it. Kind of put your ball way up above your head. See if you can drop it, let it bounce, and see if you can catch it. Again, if you can't catch it, just let it bounce off your head. Drop, hit it off my head. Hit it off my head. All right, now I'm going to add a little more complexity to it. This time I'm going to let it bounce and see if I can catch it. Bounce, catch it. Oh boy, I got a lot going on here. Bounce and catch. All right, now I'm going to add a little harder to it. This time I'm going to toss it, hit it off my head. Hit it off my head. Now that time I didn't worry about catching it because I'm adding the tossing part. Hit it off my head. For those of you that are a little bit older, toss, hit it off your head, and then see if you can catch it this time. Toss, hit off your head, and catch. All right, give it a shot. All right, moving on, we are going to get ready to dribble the ball around. Again, you don't need a ton of space. The little bit of space that you've got in your house or your garage or backyard, that will do the job, all right? It's more about learning how to control the ball, not so much about how much space you got. So again, kick that ball down. We're going to use the inside part of our foot. We're going to see if we can dribble around. Okay. Again, you don't need much space, just a little bit. See if you can use that inside part of your foot to dribble around. Notice how my ball is staying close to my feet. Notice how the ball is staying close to my feet. That's what you want when you dribble, all right? Staying close to your feet. Don't let it get too far away from you, all right? So that's our soccer dribble. So these are the skills that we're going to be working on during live Zoom. I gave you a lot. I kind of went fast. I gave you some ideas for how you can kind of make things a little bit easier or harder, depending on how old you are and what you want to get out of it. All right. Those of you that have played, this might come a little bit easier. Those of you that have not played, this might be a little challenging and might feel a little weird. Do the best you can. Have fun with it. Again, this is what we'll be doing through Zoom this week. But if you want to work on it at home, have fun with it. All right. All right. I'll see you guys in class. We'll see you next time.